Hi, everyone. I'm with Jazzy and Julie. So, Jazzy and Julie are both from the US. This is Jazzy, this is Julie. And they're going to tell us a little bit about who they are outside of topical steroid withdrawal. But it's a bit of a different interview. We're talking to both caregivers of each other because both mother and daughter are navigating the crazy condition which we call topical steroid withdrawal. So, ladies, thanks for doing this. And
Thanks for having us.
it's such a privilege to get to sit down with you and to hear about your story. So, Jazzy, tell us who you are. Who are you outside of TSW?
Hi, I'm Jazzy. I grew up dancing my whole life. My mom owns a studio, and I grew up in a dance space doing Polynesian dancing. I started helping her at, I think, 13 years old. Got my own class to teach at 14, 15. And I've been doing that ever since. I got into other styles of dancing, and since graduating high school in 2020, I've been trying to pursue dancing. And then TSW hit me like a truck. But that's
So tell us about how. Well, if you follow Jazzy on IG, you'll see like the girl is super talented.
Thank you.
check it out. And what's really cool about the community here is that everyone brings what they know how to do, what their skill set is to the table. So these two actually coordinated a dance class for everyone, which was super fun. I didn't get to go, but I saw the videos. I had a flare, I think, at the time, so it was too challenging for me. But thank you for bringing your skill set. Yeah, this is life. Thank you for bringing your skill set to the community.
We love to share.
It's beautiful, beautiful. So, Jazzy, your TSW story, how did you get to where you are? Like, why did you start using steroids in the first place?
I know I've been using steroids for like 8 to 9 years. Class 4, though, so it's not like a super high potency, but 8 to 9 years using them. And I started, after I turned 20, started having eczema spreading in places I never had it. So I realized I was getting a rash like on my stomach, and I was like, why am I suddenly growing more eczema? I was like, is that how this works? My back started getting a lot of eczema, my hands, and my neck I've had issues with before, but it started like blowing up on my neck. Before, I think I had a typical case like everyone, like just in the arm creases, like behind the knee. But yeah, when I turned 20, it just kind of felt like I couldn't control it anymore. And I got nervous, and I told myself I want to try to heal naturally.
Yes.
I was like, let's just try to not use steroids. I don't exactly know why that was my approach, but I just knew like I just wanted to try to be natural about it. I've heard of TSW before, but I was under the impression it was very, very rare.
Right.
And that I probably in most cases am not dealing with TSW. So ignored that. But yeah, I was trying to heal naturally. Nothing was working. I was doing bleach baths like every other day.
Okay.
Alternating with an oatmeal bath, with like vitamin E oil, and then like salt baths. I was doing a bath every single day, and I was in the bathroom for maybe like 2 hours bathing every single day. Yeah, I was going through that for a year, and then mom joined the club. I actually had a bit of a relapse. I started using steroids again around my 21st birthday. So I had been doing the carnivore diet for I think 3 months, and I still wasn't clearing up to how I wanted to look, or like back to normal, I guess. I remember we talked, and you said, why don't you just use the cream again to reset and get you back to like a normal place, and then you can start doing your natural healing journey. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. My birthday is like in 3 days, so I get the prescription that day, and I look perfectly clear for my birthday. And 3 days later, I look very clear. So steroids worked like a charm.
Yeah.
And then I think I used it for like maybe 2 or 3 months after the fact. Stopped, and then went into like the worst TSW rebound of my life.
Wow.
And I think that's when I realized, oh, I think I am going through TSW now that I'm getting a lot more extreme symptoms. And I was in bed for like 3 to 4 months. Don't think I got out of bed.
So that's when you officially started.
Yeah.
So you guys just came together, didn't know what to expect.
No.
You arrive at the clinic. when did you start treatment, both of you?
Right away. When was that?
That was on our first appointment was June 29.
Okay, so it's been about 2 months.
Mhm.
8 treatments, roughly.
Yeah, I'm on my 11th.
And how are you guys feeling today?
Great.
I'm glad I came with her. Originally, she was going to come by herself. But
Yeah.
as a mom, I felt like, how can I send my daughter alone
Yeah.
to a different country that we have no idea about? And so, since I started getting into TSW, I said, well, might as well go with her and see it for a month, try
Yeah.
it out for a month and see how it helps me. And on my first day, I met so many people from around the world that I couldn't believe they were TSW people because they were cleared. And that gave me hope. That told me I need to stay. So I
Right.
extended my trip to stay here till October.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you both learn about your case? How much steroids have you guys used? Do you know?
I know we're both in the kilos.
Okay.
I think I'm 1.4 and she's 1.6.
Okay. Okay. And do you know what potency?
4. Class 4.
Okay.
He
Okay.
says we're lucky.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would say so. I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. And does Jay still ask you, are you waking up red in the morning?
He stopped asking me
He stopped
because he
asking.
says I come into the clinic looking better now.
Yes, that's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And Jazzy, what about you? Your case? Like, what did you learn about it?
So I learned that for both of us, we would have to be living this like toxic free lifestyle, getting CAP and Sun and C for about 5 years before we kind of get back to normal.
Okay.
I don't remember what he said for you, but he said that I would be pretty stable after 12 to 16
Okay.
treatments, and then 5 years after that to be normal.
A long process.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
Yes. We both have fungal infections that we
Okay.
did not know about.
Mm-hmm.
Learned that antifungal medications, cream or pills, not good for us.
The right time.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
use it at the right time.
Right away is not ideal.
Yeah.
I learned that my hardened skin is not too bad.
Okay.
I actually stopped moisturizing. I think like the very first time I contacted Jay to come to Thailand, which was in like January.
January.
And when he said no more moisture, I was like, okay, no more moisture.
Yeah.
And it was hard.
It's tough.
It was hard. It was really, really hard. I think I messaged him and like other people in the group chat like several times, like, how did you guys do this? Because I'm like
It's the hardest thing.
struggling to like not put on anything on my body, and I feel so tight, and I feel like I can't move.
Where do you have your hardened skin?
I think the most is on my hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're twins.
Yeah.
And I have a little bit on my neck. Jay says I do, but I can't tell yet. Like I'm not good at spotting it. Just
How's the itch now?
oh
2 months of treatment in.
Right now I notice it correlates the most with my cycle.
Okay.
Because I'll have a good 2-3 weeks where I'm like, I'm not that itchy right now. Like I
Mhm.
feel okay.
Mhm.
And then a week, maybe a little bit more than a week, right before my cycle starts, I will be clawing at myself,
Interesting.
especially at night.
Okay.
So of course, like with environmental factors, like being sweaty, being hot, I will definitely still be itchy. When I try to be active, I am definitely struggling
Yeah.
to not itch.
And I have to say, just sitting outside, which is a massive thing for us going through TSW with the humidity. I'm observing on you that you're turning a bit of red on your
Yes,
neck.
yeah, I
and
feel
your-
it.
So we need
Yeah.
to take action when that happens.
Yeah.
I feel like a huge blessing to be here.
Yep.
To meet the community. I don't think we could get through it without you guys. Everybody, going through the same things and seeing each other, and then seeing someone come in after us, and they're like, when I first came, my eyes were to the floor. I couldn't look up at anybody.
Yeah.
And I see that in the new people coming in, and I just want to hug them.
Yeah.
And that's just my observation, that there's hope, and this is heaven sent to me. And Jay is like, we call him like he's a fairy. He's so like bright energy, full of light and full of healing. Like he's just, all he wants to do is help people get better.
Yeah.
That's his intention. Yeah.
Yeah. His goal in life.
Yep.
Jazzy, what about you? Closing thoughts.
I'm just gonna piggyback
Oh yeah.
off what my mom
Please.
said. But I think that coming here when you're surrounded by people that have gone through TSW is like the most validating thing like someone with TSW can go through.
Yes.
When you go through many invalidating people and thoughts and you hear a lot of things from people, you get here to a place where there were many times I just told people, yeah, I'm here with my mom, we're getting treatment together, and they would start tearing up in front of me. I think you were one of those people where like you were just tearing up in front of me, and like the people here know, they
'Cause we
just
know the
understand.
pain.
Like you didn't even have to say anything to me. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't even have to say anything to me. There's just an expression, you'll see tears in a lot of people's eyes when you share, and it's touching. It's like I won't find this anywhere else but here.
I want to just close out by saying Jazzy is a TSW patient, but she's also brilliant, very young, but brilliant.
Thank you.
She's come up with this wonderful initiative. She started a nonprofit for it as well in the US, and we're looking to scale that to a more global / North American access point.
Yes.
But it is to leverage the private sector and corporate and high value donors to fund people who can't physically come to Bangkok to get CAP treatment, because we are the lucky few that can put our lives on hold, afford it, spend the money, invest the time, do all the things. And so we'll link to your website. And we'll promote that. But just anything you want to say on that initiative.
It's so important. TSW people do not have the right support that we need. And it comes from a lack of knowledge. And so I have come to terms that I'm not upset about that anymore, because even when I was going through TSW, I didn't know what was happening to me. So I don't blame anyone for not knowing. But that's why I feel like my nonprofit is so important, to get eyes on it and to help people understand.
Wonderful.
My nonprofit is called Jophiel Inc., and Jophiel is the Archangel of Beauty. I decided to name it that because people that go through TSW lose every essence of themselves and feel absolutely horrible, and I have never felt more ugly in my life, but
Can't pass mirrors, can't take pictures.
can't look in the mirror, can't take pictures, but I want everyone to know that despite your skin condition, you still are beautiful. I'm trying to find that in myself still, and it's a journey, but that's what I need my nonprofit to be a reminder of.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Julie,
you.
thank you for
you.
pushing that forward. Yeah, because the name is so critical.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for spending time with me, guys.
Thank you. It's our pleasure and an honor. Thank you.